Number 13. Mrs. Swift has two rectangular gardens. Garden A has a length of x and a width of x plus 6. Garden B's area is 3 times the area of Garden A and has a length of 4x and a width of x minus 2. What are the dimensions of each garden? First of all, a dimension is length and width. So we are looking for the length and the width, not just x. You actually need to use x to be able to get the dimensions. Okay, so it says Garden A has a length of x and a width of x plus 6. Garden B's area is 3 times the area of Garden A and has a length of 4x and a width of x minus 2. Actually, the parentheses don't matter, but just so you know that it's a quantity, the length and the width are quantities. Well, if we're trying to find the dimensions and we know that Garden B has an area 3 times bigger than Garden A, that is that Garden B is 3 times the area of Garden A, we would need to have to find the area of each one as it stands. So the area of Garden B is 4x times x minus 2, and that is 4x squared minus 8x. So that's Garden B's area, 4x squared minus 8x. Now we have to find Garden A's area, which is x times x plus 6, and we get x squared plus 6x. So the area of Garden A is x squared plus 6x. Since Garden B is 4x squared minus 8x is 3 times Garden A. So if you were to multiply this by 3, you would get 3x squared plus 18x. And now we want to go ahead and get all of our terms on the right side. We could actually subtract this side from the other side, but that's going to leave you with a negative x squared. If we do minus 4x squared and minus 4x squared, we're going to end up with a negative x squared on this side, and we don't want to have a negative leading coefficient. So let's subtract 3x squared from both sides, and that's going to give us x squared minus 8x equals 18x. And let's go ahead and subtract our 18x. And that gives us x squared, and a negative 8 minus 18 is a negative 26x equals 0. So we're looking for factors of 0 that add up to a negative 26. Easy enough. It's 0 and negative 26. You can also pull out a greatest common factor. So this would be x times x minus 26 equals 0. And the zero product property works here too. This times this, if it equals 0, then either x has to equal 0 or x minus 26 has to equal 0. So our final answers are x equals 0 and x equals 26. Well, you can't have a length of 0, so we can reject that one, and we know that x is 26. So let's come back up to our problem. We had to find the dimensions of each garden. So we'll put the dimensions of Garden A here and the dimensions of Garden B here. If x is 26, you have 26 plus 6, and x is 26. You have 26 minus 2, and 4 times 26. That would make the dimensions for Garden A 32 by 26, And the dimensions for garden B, 24 by 108. I'm not going to go through and tell you to check this. You certainly can check this. Multiply those, multiply those. Look at what the areas are. Is garden B actually 3 times larger than garden A? Yes, it is. So make sure that if it's asking for the dimensions, you give the full length and the full width. If it's asking you just for the width, then you just give the width. Make sure you're using the correct number. And that is number 13.